this week to get ready for Wabash. But Rob, tell me about the Apaches.
Well, they are not like us, and yet they are like us. They have a couple bigs in that they're 6'7" and 6'5". They're brothers. But the thing where they're different is their guard play. They got some really quick, athletic kids, and that has caused us trouble at times when we're trying to play an athletic type team. Southwood had some bigs that were athletic. Guard play, they were athletic. But, as I tell the guys every game in high school basketball, and I think I was reading something about Bob Knight, and it's about how your mind, the physical is 1 to the mental 4. And making sure, again, these guys are buying into no matter who you play against, if you're mentally prepared and you're dialed in, you can overcome anything. And the Apaches have some athleticism, but I feel that if we play our defense the way we can and have, I would say probably 80% to 90% of the season, we've had a couple games that we didn't do as well as we could have. As I look back, there's a couple games we could have won that was right there. But for the most part, the schedule has played out about how I thought it would, except for about 2 games. And we need to get back to tonight and play defense like we can. I call this game, to me, as one of those 50-50 games. Yeah. We had one early against Winnemac, and they got us in overtime. It's a situation here where they've got a real good shooter in the Mattering kid. They've got an incredible guard who likes to penetrate and really sets things up, and it goes through him, and it's a Daughtry, who's a sophomore. So we got our hands full tonight, without a doubt. But we're at home. We're going to see how kids respond tonight. I'm looking forward to the opportunity because, like any coach or player, you want to get that bad taste out of your mouth.
Absolutely.
Like I tell them, if you go out and you play well and you do your job and we get edged out, I'm fine with that. That happens. That's this program, we're trying to get to certain places, but it doesn't happen with a snap of a finger. But I just don't want to have a situation like we had Saturday when you walk off the floor. It's a team you should have beat, and you laid an egg in almost every facet of the game, and they played with heart.
Yeah.
And that's just something that I don't care to ever experience again, and I hope that tonight we can put that behind us.
Rumor has it your length, you're a little shorthanded tonight.
Alex on the field had the flu, and that's something, gosh, for the last 3 weeks it's been going through the team, whether it was Nick Allen, Brady Perez, now it's Alex. We had some freshman players early in January, and this kind of fed through, so he's not going to address tonight. But we're going to, like I also tell the guys, for every set, if there's a player setback, there's an opportunity for someone else. So Gary Plummer is going to get some time tonight, and maybe he can take advantage of that.
Sure.
We're going to try and get Tyler Walker more involved again. Had some good talks with him this week and see how he responds.
Okay. Rob, tell me again, keys to a win.
Well, I think we got to defend really well and not allow penetration by the Daughtry kid, and then I think that will aid our ability to get out on shooters. So we had to pay the price.
Okay. Your 5 starters.
We've got Brady Perez, Bryce Abbott, our forwards. Gary Plummer is going to start at center tonight for us. Austin Utter and Jordan Reinhold are our guards.
Very good. Rob, thanks for your time. Good luck. We'll talk to you after the game.
All right, thank you.
Zebra head coach Rob Malco back with more pregame next, 92.1 WROI.
Choir Harmonium.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early
Rochester High School Women's Choir.
Back at Rochester High School. Time now for the starting lineups. First for the Wabash Apaches at 9 and 7. They have at one guard will be a 5'9" sophomore, Derek Vogel. The second guard, a 6-foot senior, Austin Vinipal. The third guard, a 5'10" sophomore, Trenton Daughtry. The fourth guard, a 5'9" senior, Luke Mattern. And at one forward, a 6'5" junior, Logan Vandervelden. Wabash coach for Mr. Paul Wright. For the Rochester Zebras, they have a record of 9 and 8. At one guard will be a 6'5" senior, Austin Utter. The second guard, a 6'3" senior, Jordan Reinhold. At one forward, a 6'2" junior, Brady Perez. At the second forward, a 5'10" sophomore, Bryce Abbott. And the third forward, 6'5" junior, Gary Plummer. Rochester coach by Rob Malco. Quickly. Rochester swimmers are done for tonight. Abby just finished her last event in a time of 1 minute, 5 seconds, and finished 21st.
Wow.
She will not swim tomorrow in that event.
Okay.
She also finished 27th in the 200 IM in 2 minutes, 11 seconds, .48. That was a school record.
Yeah.
And she will not swim tomorrow.
Right.
In the freestyle, 50 freestyle, Maddie Sailors placed 11th in 23.63. That also a school record. She will swim tomorrow at 1 p.m. So Abby McCarter's swimming career over at Rochester High School.
But still, two more school records to add to her total.
So Rochester in their home whites, Wabash in their road blacks. JV game tonight, Brad?
Yeah, the JV game tonight went to Wabash by a score of 62-56. Both of these teams coming in with almost identical records. Rochester at 9 and 8, Wabash at 9 and 7. Wabash is 4 and 3 in the TRC. Rochester 2 and 4 in the TRC. So neither one of them really in the hunt for a title there, as Southwood and McConaughey are both undefeated in the TRC as we start to wind down to the last 2 weeks before sectional. And, oh, by the way, Wabash is a sectional opponent.
Yeah, right on. So it'll be Vandervelden and Perez to jump center. Ball is up, and the tip controlled by the Zebras, Gary Plummer. Gives to Reinhold. Jordan brings it across the timeline.
Plummer getting the first start for the season.
That's right. Man-to-man defense for the Wabash Apaches. Abbott behind the arc in the right wing. Abbott holds, now right side of Perez. Brady in the paint, goes up for the shot. Teardrop shot in the paint is good.
And that week off definitely was helpful for Brady Perez. He was battling the flu last weekend.
And if they play man-to-man on him all night, he's going to go for 40.
Yeah.
So Wabash with the basketball going to our right. Rochester in the 2-3 zone. Vogel travels as he's go to his left, and Rochester going to get the ball back. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman.
Well, once again, Rochester with a sizable size advantage.
It's Bounce and Saris night.
It is.
At Rochester High School tonight.
It is.
He is being awarded the
Distinguished Media Award.
Yep, award winner.
Yep.
At halftime.
Now I know why my job's so easy. I sit in between the two of you guys.
Autographs after the game,
yeah,
right, Mal?
there you go.
Rochester with a 2-0 lead with 50 seconds gone in the first quarter. Reinhold top of the key. Jordan at the right elbow. And is going to be fouled on the reach in by Vandervelden. It's going to be out of bounds to Rochester underneath the basket baseline right. Well, I'll tell you, Val works really, really hard at what he does, and he's really, really good at what he does. And
there isn't a gymnasium or a natatorium or anything that he hasn't been in this Tri-County area
that's right.
of northern Indiana. He must cover a dozen different schools.
Well-deserved award. Reinhold for three, right wing. Good! Zebras lead 5-0. A minute gone here in the first quarter. That's coming up at halftime. Vogel against the 2-3 zone since top of the key to Daughtry. Daughtry right elbow. Vinipal near side to Matter. Now in the corner to Daughtry. Three right baseline, no good. Air ball. Perez grabs the board and runs. Gives to Reinhold now. Outside to Abbott. Abbott in the right corner for Rochester, looking down a little Plummer. Can't get it to him. Good defense by the Apaches. Out to Utter. Now top of the key to Reinhold. Jordan directs traffic. Now to Utter. 10 feet behind the arc in the right wing with 6:20 to play in the first quarter. 5-0 Rochester. Utter cut off by the man-to-man defense. Now outside to Abbott. Bryce with the basketball. He works against Mattern. Bryce has his pocket picked by Mattern. They're going to say last touch by the Apaches. It'll stay with the Zebras at the timeline. Right in front of the scorers table. Again, Rochester going to our left. Abbott will look to trigger it in. Bounce pass into Reinhold. Jordan with the basketball. Now works his way to the middle of the floor. Works against man-to-man defense. Daughtry, the defender. High on the right side to Plummer. Plummer almost has his pocket picked, but he gets a loose ball back. Now to Utter, top of the key. Austin with the basketball in the paint to Perez. Perez against the double team. Rises up, shot short, put back is good.
Perez came up short on the initial shot, but stayed right there, got the put-back bucket.
Daughtry pull-up jumper at the free throw line goes down. I'm telling you, Brady Perez might be the X factor of this one tonight. 5.5 to play.
If he is, it'll be a good outcome for Rochester.
Yeah, I agree. 7-2, Rochester the lead, and the basketball. Utter on the block. Works against Vandervelden. Backs his way in. Throws up a tough shot. No good. Gets his own rebound, and before the putback, he's fouled by Vandervelden. That's probably Brad going to send Coach Wright to his bench, because I believe that's 2 on the big guy.
It is a 2 on Vandervelden. You kind of have to wonder if his brother's not going to come in for him.
Brother's 2 inches.
6'7" sophomore.
He's going to roll the dice and stay with him. No, maybe not. He'll bring a sub to the scorer's table. Abbott against the defense. Gives a Reinhold to the free throw line. Back to Abbott. Just inside the arc. 15-footer's good. And Rochester up 9-2.
Rochester getting off to a good start here in this ball game tonight.
Rochester in a 2-3 zone. Vogel near side to Daughtry. Backs it out. Now brings the top of the key to Vinipal. Now to Mattern. To Vogel. Down low to the postman, Vinipal, and it's knocked away by Plummer, picked up by Utter, gives to Reinhold. Jordan runs to our left, up 9-2. Jordan in the paint, step back jumper on the way, and before the shot, we're going to have a foul on Jordan Reinhold on the push-off, and it's going to go back to Wabash.
That'll be his first, team first.
Jared Holly, a 6'2 sophomore, comes in. Also coming in is Eli Vandervelden. Vandervelden brother will come out. Also Vogel will come out.
And Reinhardt's comes in for Rochester.
I like him.
Yeah.
4.5 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 9-2. They'll stay. Tyler Walker also in for the Zebras.
Yeah, as is Nick Allen.
Wow, wholesale changes, wasn't it? So Wabash with the basketball going to our right. And the driving layup by Daughtry goes. He's got all 4 of the points for the Apaches.
Well, I know Coach Malco was not the least bit happy with the performance he got at Tippecanoe Valley, and my guess is a lot of things probably changed this week at practice.
Put back point blank is missed by Reinhardt. Jordan Reinhold missed the point blank as well. Wabash, and the third opportunity, got the rebound. 3 in the way, left wing for the Apaches, short. Tyler Walker grabs the board, outlets to Utter. Now to Reinhold. Jordan runs. Back to Reinhold. High on the right side, middle of the floor, drives it left to the free throw line. Jump pass. Back to Reinhold in the block against a double team. Back out here to the near side. Now out to Utter. 3:35 to play in the first quarter. Walker backs his way in. Out to Allen for 3. Nope. On defensive rebound to Wabash. Daughtry rips and runs. Underhand pass down low is taken by Holly, and he puts it in for 2. $3:15 to play in the first quarter. Rochester's lead's cut to 3 points. Allen dumps down low, taken away by Jolly, now to Mattern. Mattern pushes for the Apaches through the center circle for Wabash against the 2-3 zone. Daughtry in the lane is going to be called for the carry. It'll go back to the Zebras.
Yeah, I think he's 11 now. Yep, because Isaiah Jackson's 4.
Okay.
So
Allen will trigger it in. 3 minutes to play first quarter, 9-6. Rochester. Reinhold is guarded heavily on the way up the floor. Now to Utter. Now to Allen, top of the key. Crossover dribble. Goes to the paint outside to Reinhardt. Now to Reinhold.
we got away with the travel.
And we're going to have a travel call. Yeah,
yep.
There it is. He got tied up with the Apaches. And Vogel coming back in. And Wabash, I thought he was going to use a timeout. So Vogel back in, and Mattern comes out for the Apaches. Rochester up by 3, 2:50 to play in the first quarter.
Perez will come back in for Rochester, and Reinhold will sit down.
Okay. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 9-6 Rochester. Vogel quickly up the floor against the 2-3 zone. High on the left side of Daughtry. Near side to Vinipal. Now to Jolly. About 10 feet behind the arc to Vogel. Thought about a three, passed it up. Good defense by Reinhardt. Gives down low to Vinipal, to Vandervelden, that is, and he misses the jumper. Wabash with the rebound. Perez, jump stop in the paint, rises up high off the glass, is good.
Perez has got 6 here in the first.
He's going to be a headache for Wabash unless they figure him out. Vinipal, baseline jumper short. Rebound tipped around. Wabash comes out of there with it. Daughtry down low to Vandervelden. His 10-footer's an air ball. Utter with the rebound. Now to Allen. And his pass is picked off by Daughtry. Daughtry will go in for the left-handed layup. It's good.
And Daughtry equals Perez with his 6th point.
11-8. Rochester under 2 to play in the first quarter. Coach Malco will go back to Reinhold. Allen for 3, left wing. Good! 14-8, Rochester up by 6, 100 to play first quarter. Vogel around the 2-3 zone. Now to Jolly. To Daughtry, left wing behind the arc. Baseball pass inside is tipped away. Stolen by Perez. Brady Perez will go in for the layup, and he misses the shot, and he is down holding his left knee. He is down holding his left knee. Wabash on the break. Outside to Jolly. 3 for Vogel on the right baseline is short, and the rebound tipped around. Wabash comes out of there with the rebound to Vogel, and now the officials will stop the game.
Yep.
And Brady Perez is down on the ground holding his knee. It looked awkward on the shot, and now we know why. And he is in pain. We're going to go to a break. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester. Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
So Brady, who I thought, Brad, and I said it a couple of times in this quarter already, was going to be the difference in this game.
Yeah, well, he had 6 in that first quarter,
and
it looked like he was going to get another bucket right there.
And he went to the baskets 3 times, and there wasn't anybody to stop him.
Yeah, you're right.
Minute 10 to play, first quarter. Rochester up by 6. Wabash with the basketball. 2-3 zone for the Zebras. Daughtry brings the top of the key. Vinipal to Jolly. Jolly against a double team. Bounce pass top of the key to Vogel. Loses it right at the timeline, but picks it up before it goes in the backcourt. To Daughtry. To Vogel. Jolly, that is. His teardrop shot in the lane is no good. And the rebound to Austin Utter in the far corner. Utter over the top to Reinhardt, who gives back to Allen. Ahead to Reinhold. Down low to Reinhardt. Outside to Utter. Fakes a 3 in the paint. Jump stop. Leader on the way is no good. Gets his own rebound. Put back on the way is good. That thing hung in the front of the rim and went down. 30 seconds to play first quarter. 8-point lead for the Zebras. Vogel, top of the key. Now to Jolly. Jolly back to Vogel on the right side. Rochester doing a really good job keeping Wabash from shooting the 3. That 3 was no good. Vandervelden to the rebound, and before the shot, he walks. 14.5 to play first quarter. Rochester by 8. Mattern back into the game for Wabash, and Daughtry comes out. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman, and Wabash setting up in a three-quarter court press.
Yeah, Rochester have to be careful, take care of the basketball. This is where they've had some issues this year, turning the ball over.
9 seconds. Allen left wing, now to Reinhold with 6. Jordan drives it right to Utter with 5. Now back to Reinhold. His jumper on the buzzer is no good. And after 1, Rochester leads 16-8. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Townhome Furnishings in Rochester is the place to shop for all of your furniture needs. Sofas, recliners, love seats, dining sets, bedroom sets, mattresses, outdoor furniture, and more. All in your hometown. Stop out and see Don, Mary Kay, Linda, or Joe. They want to help you find the exact pieces to fit your needs. Shop online at townhomefurnishings.com.
Hometown service, town home style, town home furnishings.
Slow download, constant buffering, Wi-Fi dead zone? Let RTC help. The customer support team at RTC Communications is here to help you with your internet connectivity.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, one of the support team members here at RTC. For a small fee, RTC offers a Wi-Fi health check where we will evaluate your in-home Wi-Fi network and assist you with common issues. See what RTC can do for you. Give us a call today.
16-8.
Yeah, Brady Perez with 6 points in that first quarter for Rochester before he got injured. And Trenton Doherty for the Apaches with 6 points as well, 6 of their 8. So Rochester doing pretty good defensively on the other 4 players on the floor against Wabash.
Yeah, I thought that 2-3 zone worked really well in that first quarter.
I agree. They're being active and putting pressure on the basketball.
Wabash starts the second quarter of the basketball. Rochester up by 8. Daughtry around the defense to Jolly. Now brings top of the key to Mattern. Mattern a couple of dribbles to his right. Now in the corner to Daughtry. Daughtry dribbles to the wing. Now top of the key to Vogel. Sends left side to Mattern. Long three from downtown is short. Rebound fought for. Tipped out of bounds by the Zebras. And it's going to stay with Wabash as Vandervelden giving Rochester's posts some fits.
Yeah, well, 6'7". He's definitely got the size to compete down low.
Baseline left are the Apaches. They'll look to get it in, and the ball's tipped away and stolen by Reinhold. Jordan with the basketball across the timeline, high on the left side to Utter, back to Jordan in the center circle. Bounce pass to Abbott. Now to Reinhold around the pick, goes in the paint, pull up jumper at the free throw line. No good. Rebound fought for. Wabash comes out of there with it. Daughtry runs. Rochester by 8. Daughtry will go coast to coast. Leaner on the way is no good, but a foul coming on Bryce Abbott. That's going to send Wabash to the line to shoot 2.
Nope, they're going to catch Plummer on that foul. That'll be his first, team second.
That's the event she just swam in. She just did. Yes.
Breaststroke.
That's the most recent event. She's done.
Breaststroke was the most recent, yeah.
It is Val Cesaris night at Rochester High School. Like we said before, he'll be signing autographs after the game. You can take pictures for
$5 a piece.
Pictures for $5.
Yeah, there you go.
Wabash hits 1 of 2 freebies, and it's 16-9. Reinhardt's pull-up jumper from 10 feet is off the mark, no good. And the rebound to Wabash, and Bryce Abbott just picked up a foul.
He's going to get the foul that time.
Plummer was the last time?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be his first, team third.
So just under 7 to play in the first half. Rochester leads 16-9, and after the foul by the Zebras, the Wabash will have it, and they'll bring it up the floor. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Mattern will bring it into the forecourt. Now to Jolly high on the left side. 2-3 zone by the Zebras to Mattern.
Perez has made his way back out to the bench.
Oh, he did.
Yes.
And the ball's tipped away and stolen by the Zebras. Reinhold, right side of the floor. Leaner off the glass, no good. Rebound fought for, and Jordan did not establish a foot in bounds before he grabbed the rebound. It's going to be out of bounds to
Apaches.
Hey! Right on. Brady Perez will come back in.
Make an appearance.
Man, if I was a betting man, I would have lost.
I would have, at the very least, put a knee brace on him.
Well,
anyway.
Great to see him back in.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
That would have affected a lot of sports.
Oh, yeah. All of them.
Rochester's fouled Vandervelden, I believe, in the lane. It'll be out of bounds to the Wabash Apaches baseline right.
So that's going to be Abbott picking up his second foul, team fourth.
Nick Allen will come in for him. Nope, he'll come in for Reinhold. 6:25 to play in the first half. Rochester up 16-9. Vogel, no look pass to Mattern. Long three left wing is off the mark, no good. And the rebound to Abbott is fouled by Vogel.
Fouls on Wabash. Number 5, Vogel.
It doesn't look like there is a noticeable limp there.
Yeah, a little bit of a limp when he jumped up to try and block that shot, he'd come down a little gingerly.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Full court press by Wabash. Rochester breaks it. Allen left wing. Top of the key to Abbott. Now right side to Utter. 3 straight away for the Zebras. Good! And now Rochester's lead is 10 with 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Daughtry, left wing. One dribble to Matter. Now top of the key to Jolly. Swings right side to Vogel. Vogel around the defense against a 2-3 zone. Right back to the wing. Ball's loose on the floor. Abbott tips it away. Plummer has it. Ahead to Utter. Utter's jumper no good. A lot of contact. The put back by Plummer's good. Gary Plummer follows the play, and Wabash will use a timeout. It's 8:30. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV 4.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
5 minutes, 41 seconds to play in the first half. Rochester out to a 21-9 lead. And after the Wabash timeout, they'll have the basketball. The Apaches will going to our right. Daughtry on the sprint. Outside of Vandervelden, who's back in with 2 fouls. To Jolly in the right wing. Top of the key to Vandervelden. Now to Matter. Now quickly to Daughtry. Daughtry drives the baseline. Pull-up jumper over Plummer. No good. Utter grabs the board.
That's about 3 huge rebounds in a row for Utter.
Perez hesitates. Kicks back out to Allen. He'll fire a long jumper. It's in and out. No good. Plummer, the putback is good.
And Plummer with back-to-back buckets. A lot can happen when you're in the right place at the right time.
Quickly up the floor of the Apaches. Working against the 2-3 zone. It's 23-9. Vandervelden drives it. Kicks it back out to Daughtry. Over the top to Mattern. Left side to Jolly. He drives the baseline. He's going to be fouled by Brady Perez. And it's going to be out of bounds to the Apaches. Baseline left with 5 minutes to play in the first half.
Perez will pick up his first, team 5th.
Back into the game is Vinipal and Vandervelden to come out. Eli Vandervelden will come out. Logan Vandervelden will trigger it in baseline left underneath his basket. Quickly into Jolly, 10-footer, air ball. Utter picks up the rebound and gives to Allen. Nick Allen brings it up here against the man-to-man defense. Allen drives it left, jumps top of the elbow, extended out to Utter. Utter top of the key with 4:40 to play in the first half, 23-9 Rochester. Perez against Jolly. High on the right side, backs it out to the timeline. Now around the defense, splits the defense, and we're going to have a 5-second call forced against the Rochester Zebras, and it's going to go back to the Apaches.
Well, that's the 5th turnover against Rochester here in the first half.
4:40 to play in the first half, 23-9 Rochester. Wabash of the basketball going to our right. Vogel, right wing to Mattern, now to Daughtry. 3 on the right baseline, short, and the rebound to Perez. Brady outlets to Nick Allen. Allen runs now to Utter. Back to Allen, crosses the timeline, middle of the floor. Allen drives it right against Daughtry. Step back at the free throw line, now to Perez in the left wing. Down low to Abbott. Bryce backs his way in, throws up a tough shot, and it goes in. Probably lucky got away with the charge there, too.
Little bump.
At the end of one, Southwood leads Mechanical 19-11. That'll be a good game.
Yeah. That's for TRC supremacy there.
We have Mechanical in a couple of weeks. That's senior night here. Vandervelden around to Vogel. Now to Mattern. Gives him the corner to Daughtry. He'll fire another 3. No good again. Brady Perez grabs it with one arm. Kicks it out to now Allen, and Nick Allen brings it up the floor. Lob pass in the corner to Abbott. Abbott backs his way in, and he's going to be called this time for the charge.
So Abbott will pick up his 3rd, team 6th.
Jordan Reithold will come back into the game for the Zebras, and Abbott will be probably done for the half, I'm guessing.
Yep.
3:40 to play, first half, 25-9. Rochester, the Apaches of the basketball. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Vogel brings it up, crosses right through the center circle, accelerates the ball to Vandervelden. Now near side of Daughtry. Daughtry at the volleyball line between the rings to Vogel to Mattern. Mattern almost loses it, now does to Brady Perez. Brady outlets to Reinhold. Rochester runs up 25-9. Utter back to Reinhold. Jordan holds in the corner, drives in the paint, Outside to Utter straight away. Austin, the left elbow. Gives to a cutting Reinhold. Back to Utter, left side. Over the top to Allen. Nick Allen in the paint. Kicks it out to Utter. Now to Reinhold. Wide open three. Left baseline. Good as it rattles home. And it's 28-9.
Reinhold gets his second three of the ball game.
Utter then almost steals it. Can't save it from going out of bounds. It'll stay with Wabash right in front of the Rochester bench.
Tyler Walker will come in and Plummer will sit down.
Jolly back in for Wabash and Mattern to sit. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Vinnipal, near side to Daughtry. Daughtry top of the key. Vandervelden now to Jolly left wing. Jolly with the basketball, one dribble now to Vogel. Vogel around the defense, near side of Vandervelden. Good defense by Utter. Caught him off on the drive. Jump pass or jump stop down low. His jumper no good. And Brady Perez another board. Outlets to Reinhold. Rochester runs up by 21. How about 19? Down low to Walker. His jumper in the lane is no good, but a foul coming on Wabash, and Tyler Walker will go to the line to shoot two.
So that foul's on Vinnipal, his first, team fourth.
So Tyler Walker will go to the line to shoot two shots for the Zebras, coming off a 1-9 game on Saturday.
These are the first free throws of the ball game for Rochester. Walker struggled a little bit during the JV game.
Walker's free throws off the back of the rim, no good. So Reinhardt and Jerry Plummer in the game. Brady Perez and Austin Utter will come out. 28-9, Rochester leads, 2:29 to play in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we're going to talk to Rochester wrestling coach Clint Gard about their 6 wrestlers, a new school record going to the regional tomorrow at the Fort Wayne Coliseum.
Semi-state.
That's what I said, semi-state.
That's what you meant.
Free throw no good, and Jolly with the rebound. Quickly ahead to Daughtry. Daughtry slashes through the defense. Shot no good twice, and he gets his own rebound. And now he's going to be fouled on the reach-in by the Zebras. Daughtry stands about 5'10", and grabbed that last rebound at the rim.
Yeah, Nick Allen's going to pick up the foul. Team 7th, so the Apaches will be in the bonus here to finish the half.
So Plummer comes back into the game, Gary that is, and Tyler Walker to come out. So Daughtry at the line to shoot two shots, one of the bonus for Wabash, with the Zebras leading 28-9 with 2:20 to play in the first half. Free throw is good.
Daughtry now with 8 of the 10 for Wabash.
Well, when he's got a head of steam, he is really tough to stop because he slashes and handles the ball so well. One more coming.
He's got pretty good vertical, too.
For the sophomore, and it rolls around, yeah, you're not kidding, and falls through. 28-11. 2:15 to play in the first half. Here comes a little half-court trap, a 1-2-2 by the Apaches. Reinhardt to Reinhold, back to Reinhardt, high on the left side. Kyle drives it hard to the left wing at the volleyball line, and he's going to be called for, wow, really? I didn't think that was a travel.
He had Plummer wide open on the block and couldn't get it down to him.
2:10 to play first half. And Austin Utter will come back into the game, and Reinhardt will come out. 2:10 to play first half. Rochester up 28-11. And Daughtry through the center circle, high on left side to Vandervelden. Now to Vogel. Back to Jolly on the left wing. Jolly a couple of dribbles to his right, loses the ball, now picks up the loose basketball to Vandervelden. Vandervelden out to Daughtry. Daughtry spin move the elbow. Outside to Vogel. 3 right wing for the Apaches. No good. And Jerry Plummer grabs the board, and we're going to have a foul on Daughtry for coming underneath Jerry Plummer on the rebound. It'll be out of bounds to the Zebras.
That's his first, team 5th.
A minute 50 to play first half. Rochester up 28-11. This is one of the games where you don't want to go to halftime. Let's just keep playing.
Yeah, you're right. Yep, keep the momentum going.
1-2-2 half-court trap coming by the Apaches. Utter yet to cross the timeline. Reinhold now gets it across to Utter on the right wing. Back to Jordan, top of the key, left side to Allen. Allen one dribble over the top and is going to throw the ball away. Picked up by Doherty. Around his back dribble, then to Vandervelden ahead, and he puts it in for 2. Minute 25 to play in the first half. It's 28-13, and that half-court trap's kind of rattled the Zebras a little bit.
Yeah.
Allen over the top to Reinhold. Back to Allen between the rings. Nick, one dribble to his left, back to Reinhold. He'll fire a 3 from the left corner. No good. Rebound to Allen for the Zebras. His jumper from the free throw line is good. A minute to play. Rochester up 30-13. Daughtry outside of Vandervelden at the volleyball line. Back to Daughtry. Daughtry to the left elbow. Bounce pass to Jolly, now outside of Vandervelden. Drives the right baseline. Jump pass, or jump stop, I should say. Shot air ball, picked up by Utter. 45 seconds to play, first half. Rochester up 30-13. Wabash in a half-court trap. Utter three, right wing. Good!
Utter with his second three of the quarter.
33-13. Rochester now by 20 with 30 seconds to play in the first half. Daughtry around the defense. Picks his way around Plummer. Jumper no good. Allen with the rebound out of Reinhold with 22. And Reinhold's pass is tipped out of bounds by Vandervelde, and it will stay with Rochester to the far side with 22 seconds to play in the first half, up by 20. Brady Perez will come back into the game for the Zebras, and he'll replace Nick Allen.
23, Perez.
Also, Eli Vandervelden will come back for Wabash, and he'll replace his brother, Logan. 22 seconds to play first half. Rochester up 33-13. Oh, who did Perez come in for? Oh, Jerry Plummer.
Jerry Plummer.
Reinhold with the basketball near the timeline with 15. Dribbles against the man-to-man defense with 13. Takes him left, picks up his dribble with 12. Now to Brady Perez with 10, hands it off to Reinhold with 8. Jordan Reinhold with 6, around the pick with 4. Out to Utter with 3, back to Reinhold. Jumper on the way with 2. It is off the back of the rim, and he is at the buzzer. At halftime, Rochester leads 36-13. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
So we'll get right to it. Time now to introduce the boys basketball 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders.
My brother was supposed to do this.
Coaches this year were Sean Spence, Bill Fraunfelder, Jason Coleman, Scott Trudy, TJ Smith, Phil Bowers, Dick Clark, Jeff Pollock, and Jason Kaiser. The 3rd graders are Jackson Fraunfelder, Brady Coleman, Matthew Jackson, Brayton Jackson, Cale Schatz, Liam Spence, Landon Weaver, Reverend Nicholson, Caden Holloway, Reed Perry, Logan Fuller, Jaden Cox, Max Drew, and Andre Miser, your 3rd grade. Time for 4th grade, Carson Pollock, Preston Ludow, Parker Brown, Braden Castleman, Mason Conrad, Zach Parks, Ace Klein, Jesse Perdomo, Clarence Garrett, Wayne Bowers, Carson Tribby, Ben Martin, Connor Dunphy, Grant Bailey, Harrison Dunwoody, Carson Bailey, Ashton Musselman, Grant Clark, Jack Ruffin, Jonas Kaiser, your 4th grade. Time now for your 5th grade. James Sawyer, Jarrett Duncan, Bryce Bauer, Owen Prater, Hunter Hodkin, Braden Harrington, Xavier Vance, Jonathan Helt, Tanner Reinhardt, Junior Poe, Wesley Lawson, Tristan Reagan, Brayton Oliver, Gertie Heisey, Drew Bowers, Carter Mingozes, Aiden Harrington, and Trevor Wally. Your 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, give them a round of applause. Features Zebra Basketball. And time now, ladies and gentlemen, this evening, Rochester High School Athletic Department would like to present the Marjorie Phillips Award. Marjorie was a longtime ticket taker at Rochester High School doing basketball and football games at RHS. This award was presented to her back in 2011 and 12. In Marjorie's honor, this award was established for those that have provided outstanding support to our sports programs. This year's recipient is Mr. Bob Brash. Bob, will you please join Athletic Director Greg Martz at midcourt? Bob Brash graduated from Rochester High School in 1964, where he was an athlete, lettering in 3 sports. Once he graduated from college, he came home and worked as a teacher and a coach for the next 35 years. Mr. Branch worked tirelessly in football program as a freshman coach and eventually a varsity assistant, serving on the staff of the 1987 state championship team. He also coached varsity baseball as an assistant for 4 years and was varsity coach for 1 year. He's a busy man. In 1994, Mr. Branch became the announcer for both girls and basketball games. When Mr. Branch retired in 2015, he announced over 800 games right here in this gym, spanning over 21 years. Coach Malcolm says he is one of the best announcers in the state of Indiana. Please join us in thanking Mr. Bob Branch for his outstanding service and dedication to the athletes at Rochester High School as an athlete, teacher, coach, and announcer, Mr. Bob Branch. One more award at this time. We have the IHSA Distinguished Media Service Award. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please direct your attention to Center Court, where the Indiana Athletic High School Association is honoring a gentleman from our community who has made a significant contribution to high school athletics. Val Sistoris of the Rochester Sentinel is being presented this year's IHSA Distinguished Media Service Award from Commissioner Bobby Cox and Sports Information Director Jason Willard. Val has been the sports editor of the Rochester Sentinel and a 6-day newspaper, serving the city of Rochester and surrounding area of North Central Indiana since 2004. He covers and reports on nearly every sporting event for Rochester, Tippity Valley, Caston, North Miami, Wabash, Argus, and Culver Community High Schools. I don't know how he has time to do anything else. His efforts have earned him first place awards from the Hoosier State Press Association for Best Sports Event Coverage and Best Sports Column Writing Coverage. The Associated Press Media Editor presented him with its Division I Best Sports Column Award, and now the IHSA is pleased to recognize him as well with his Distinguished Media Service Award. On behalf of all 410 member schools across the state of Indiana, please join in Bobby Cox and Director Jason Willey in presenting Val Sistoris for his years of dedicated service to Rochester and other Indiana high school athletes. Thanks, Val.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we know that buying your first home can be an overwhelming process.
The mortgage experts at First Federal Savings Bank will work with you from application to closing.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we pay standard closing costs for our first-time home buyers.
We offer free pre-approvals and local loan servicing throughout the life of your loan.
Stop in and talk with one of our mortgage lenders and take the worry out of buying your first home.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Thanks for joining us. Scott Sager here with you with RTC TV4's Legal Minute, sponsored by Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins, LLP here in Rochester. Today we have managing partner Ted Wagoner here with us. Welcome.
Thank you, Scott. Glad to be here.
Ted, what are we going to talk about today, legal-wise?
Well, today I thought we'd talk a little bit about starting a business.
Oh, excellent topic.
Good. As you know, businesses can be as simple as popping up a lemonade stand on the corner to the complexities of international corporations, and we've all seen businesses from all sizes.
Yes.
In our experience here in Rochester and Fulton County, we've created hundreds of businesses for our clients.
Okay.
And in creating businesses, we've got some experience, and so we know how to help people decide what needs to be in the business, what doesn't need to be in the business.
Gotcha.
What kind of business entity do you want? Do you want a proprietorship where you and maybe friends or family are the owners? Or do you want something a little more formal so that you can make transfers of the ownership and provide protection? So that's what we're looking at, Scott.
Interesting. So there are, again, a number of forms of business or companies,
right?
Formulations of companies, partnerships, LLPs, LLCs, S corps, etc.
C corps.
C corps.
Right.
As if I'm an entrepreneur watching this right now and I'm thinking I'm going to start my business soon, are those decisions made prior to even starting up the business and saying I'm going to give this a go?
Those are decisions that need to be made at the earliest stages.
Okay.
Now, if you're operating out of your garage for a few years, operating a body shop or an engine repair operation, you may be able to do it for a few months or a few years. But once you start to look at hiring an employee or entering into some contracts, people are going to want to know that you're substantially in business.
Yeah.
And that's when you want to set it up, and set it up correctly.
Interesting. Very good. So when folks are thinking about starting their own business in any case, a lot of them would go to maybe a Fedco to start out to find out some information.
Right.
But the legal entity of it, you and your firm here can really provide some great startup information for them based on your experience of starting hundreds of businesses here in Fulton County, or helping to start
Exactly.
these businesses here in Fulton County.
Obviously, it's the business person who's starting the business,
Right.
but we are facilitating, we're making sure they understand what they're doing. Occasionally, and more often than occasionally, I'll have somebody come in and say, here's a book of stuff I was given, but I don't know what it means. Do I have partners? Do I have other owners? Am I the president? Or the Secretary of State sent me a notice saying I'm late on filing something. What does that mean?
Yeah.
And that's what we make sure that all of our clients understand as they go through the process.
Very good points there, Ted, for sure. So Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins, if I have interest in a business, or if I've received one of these letters about my business from the Secretary of State or Department of Treasury or one of these, is that something that I can simply call in and try and get an appointment, and you guys can help me sort it out and help me understand what I've got before me?
Yes, all of the lawyers here are familiar with it.
Okay.
We can work with you. We can describe and discuss your situation either for a consultation fee, or it may grow even bigger than that in helping you to solve the problem.
Okay.
When you do that, just give us a call. Either ask to speak with me or with Andy or with Rachel. And if you don't know who you want to talk to, our capable staff will guide you to the right lawyer.
Yeah. Now, do you see, once you help someone to start their business, I'm sure that they retain attorneys to help them run their business in some cases. Would you say that you're seeing a lot of new businesses and entrepreneurs coming in these days, let's say over the past 5 years?
Over the past 5 years, we've seen a nice group of businesses open up. Of course, in the 2008, 9, 10 period, it was a little slow, although statistics show that that's always the best time to open a business, is when people are a little bit afraid, because you're able to step in and meet a need that other potential entrepreneurs are just a little hesitant to get into. But yes, we see a lot of this happening. We're glad to work with anybody when it's time to address it, or even if you're just thinking about something I'm going to do in the next 2 or 3 years. You'll have a better understanding when you're starting to plan your business plan, if you're going to sit down with your banker or with your accountant.
Well, and yes, it always makes more sense to put the ducks in a row before you get going here.
Exactly.
Ted was with us over at Fedco when I went through their next level course on business entrepreneurs.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And you gave some very sage advice in the early days. One of those things was to make sure that you focus on what your business is and not get lost in the extraneous that comes with it. In other words, don't try to diminish your focus to a point where you want to try and be all things to all people. Stay focused on your business.
It's hard to start out and be Walmart.
Yes.
You have to grow into that.
Yes, you do.
You may want to start out and be a one item or a two item shop before you grow beyond that.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Scott.
Well, excellent, excellent. Well, all the lawyers here at Peterson, Wagoner, and Perkins LLP in Rochester, they are happy to help you. And as we talked in one of the earlier segments, they've got a wonderful support staff, and those ladies will take great care of you as well. So if you have any questions whatsoever regarding any facet of law, whether it be opening a business or helping with your business needs or estate planning or family law, whatever the case, please give them a call here. You've got the website and your phone number on the screen. Ted, a pleasure. I'm sure we'll see you again on another one of our legal minutes here on RTC TV4.
Thank you, Scott. Just want to remind people that we've designed this law firm to be here for your present and your future legal needs.
Excellent. So they've been here for a while, and they'll be here for a while to come.
Over 50 years. Mm-hmm.
Over 50 years. My goodness. Well, thank you again for your time today.
All right. Thank you, Scott.
Media Service Award tonight, a well-deserved award
absolutely
given to Rochester's Valsaceris and all his hard work. And you don't do it obviously for the award or for any of the recognition. You do it because you love sports.
He does it for the free admission.
Yeah, right. So Rochester starts the second half of the basketball. Allen, Utter, Reinhold, Gary Plummer, and Brady Perez on the floor for the Zebras. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Utter outside, hands off to Brady Perez, brings it to the near side against the man-to-man defense, high on the right side to Allen. Allen drives it left hard at the free throw line, jump stop, kicks it outside to Reinhold. Jordan drives, pull up 10-footer off the glass, no good. Rebound to Vandervelden for Wabash. He rips and runs, baseball pass down court, tipped away, ball loose, and Utter comes out of there with it to Reinhold. Reinhold brings it up the floor, walks it through the center circle against Daughtry. The right corner to Perez. Brady directs traffic, dump pass to Gary Plummer. Gary backs his way in against the triple team outside of Brady Perez. Brady jump stop in the paint, going to be called for a travel, and it's going to go back to Wabash.
Both teams start the second half with a turnover.
45 seconds gone in the third quarter. Rochester up 36-13. Vandervelden near side to Vogel, right side to Mattern. Vandervelden against Nick Allen, takes it to the left elbow extended. Now to Daughtry, and then he's going to be fouled on the drive by Reinhold with a minute gone in the third quarter.
That'll be his second, team first of the half. One other score, Tippecanoe Valley leads North Miami at half 30-21.
So earlier tonight, Abby McCarter in the backstroke finished 28th.
Yes.
And then she finished 27 in the 200 IM, but set a school record at the preliminary state championships tonight in Indianapolis. Maddie Sailors finished 11th in the 50 freestyle in a time of 23:63, and that also a school record. 3 by Allen is no good. Wabash with the rebound. Quickly up the court is Mattern. Mattern on the right baseline. Jumper over Plummer is good. Rochester needs to find a little bit of that first half swagger a little bit here in the third quarter. Reinhold over the top against the half-court trap. In the corner to Allen, down low to Plummer. Gary fouled on the shot by Vinipal. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Vinipal will pick up his second, team first of the half.
Rochester guys will be on the road on Tuesday night. They play Triton at 6:30. That's JV start at 6:30 at Plymouth.
Yes.
Our next broadcast will be next Friday night at Peru to battle the Tigers in a conference game. Gary Plummer misses the first one. The draw is the 17th. And I believe the sectional is at Manchester. Hallelujah.
Hospitality room.
Yeah. I'm never coming out of there. I'm going to ask Jeremy Markham.
TV, yep.
Second one's good by Plummer. I'm going to ask, and Rochester will take a 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Right. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
6:15 to play in the third quarter. Rochester up 37-15 here at Rochester High School. After the Rochester timeout, the Wabash Apaches will have the basketball going to our left as Mattern will walk it up the floor. High on the right side. Left side to Mattern. Make that Daughtry. Back to Mattern in the left corner. Vander Velden brings it to the top of the key. High on the right side to Vogel. Vogel a couple of dribbles against the 2-3 zone. Now Vander Velden. Quickly to Daughtry, kicks it out to Mattern. 3 over Brady Perez is good.
Mattern don't hit all 5 points for the Apaches here in this third quarter. Yeah, if they start hitting those threes, Daughtry had the majority of their points in the first half. If they get 2 of them lit up, Zebras will have to pick the defensive intensity up.
It had to be a high arcing shot to get over Brady Perez's hand.
Right.
Hutter. Outside, hands off to Reinhold. Jordan with the basketball. Rochester up 37-18 with 5:25 to play in the third quarter. Reinhold drives it, almost travels, no call. Utter in the left elbow. Bounce pass to Perez in the left corner. Brady has his pass tipped away and stolen, and the ball loose on the floor. Wabash picks it up. Daughtry ahead of Mattern. Mattern left-handed layup over Utter is good.
And that's his 7th point here in this quarter.
And Wabash has cut the Rochester lead to 17 with 5 to play in the third. The 2-1-2. Half-court trap coming.
Seems like every game this year, Rochester's had at least one bad quarter, and this one's shaping up to be that way for Rochester.
Utter for 3. Make that Allen for 3 is no good. Barely draws iron. Daughtry bounce pass down low. Gives to Vogel. His jumper is good. A lot of contact, no foul. And it's 37-22.
9-1 run here in this third quarter.
And Vander Velden steals the pass and fouled before the shot. It'll be out of bounds to Wabash baseline left.
Allen picks up his team second.
Eli Vander Velden back in, and Vinnipal will sit down. Bryce Abbott will come in at 3 fouls, and he'll replace Allen for the Zebras. 4.5 to play third quarter, 37-22 Zebras.
Southwood leads McConaughey 35-21 at halftime. That, again, both teams undefeated in the TRC.
Logan. Vander Velden looks to get it in. Bounce pass into brother Eli. Now down low to Logan Vander Velden. Outside to Daughtry for 3, left wing. No good. Rebound to Brady Perez. Gets up over everybody. Grabs the board. Dribbles away from the defense. Now brings it up. He loses the handle. Vander Velden in the backcourt. Logan, that is. Should have been an over and back call. No call. Vander Velden goes hard to the basket. Left. Right layup is good and a foul. Oh, baby. Here come the Apaches.
And the foul is going against, must be Plummer.
Plummer picks up his second. Tyler Walker will come in for the Rochester Zebras, and the Zebras will take a timeout. It's a 60. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Townhome Furnishings in Rochester is the place to shop for all of your furniture needs. Sofas, recliners, love seats, dining sets, bedroom sets, mattresses, outdoor furniture, and more. All in your hometown. Stop out and see Don, Mary Kay, Linda, or Joe. They want to help you find the exact pieces to fit your needs.
Eyes the free throw, lets her fly, and it's no good. And the rebound to the Apaches. Daughtry gets away with the carry in the paint. Jumper on the way. We're going to have a foul on Wabash.
Nope, on Rochester.
I'm sorry, foul on Rochester. The official underneath said it was on the floor. Now we're going to converge and talk. It will be on the shot. It'll be on the shot, and Daughtry will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Apaches. That all started with Rochester not being able to grab that missed free throw rebound.
Walker picks up his first, team fourth.
Daughtry's first free throw is good. He'll have one more. Rochester's lead down to 12. Daughtry with one more for the Apaches, looking to cut this one to the 11 with 4:10 to play in the third quarter.
And it was 23 at half.
Yep. Second one's good again. Wabash in that three-quarter court press. That's worked so well for him here in this game. Abbott gets the pass over the top. Behind the right side, he loses it out of bounds. Last touch by Abbott. We go back to Wabash. Logan Vandervelden will look to get it in. Does so to Mattern. Mattern in the middle of the floor at the timeline. High on the right side of Doherty. Picks his way through the double team out to Vandervelden, now to Mattern. Mattern around the defense. Vandervelden around top. Kicks it in the corner to Vogel. His three on the way is no good. Good block out by Bryce Abbott. He grabs the rebound and then loses it, but a foul on the play by Wabash. Peru leads Manchester after 3, 55-44. Thank you, Val.
That foul comes on Logan Vandervelden. That's his third, team second.
3:44 to play in the third quarter. Rochester up by 11 at 37-26. Three-quarter court press. Reinhold gets it across over the top to Utter on the right side. In the lane to a cutting Walker. His leaner in the paint, no good. Rebound fought for. Wabash comes out of there with it. Daughtry runs for the Apaches. Right side of the paint, hesitates, now goes to the basket, finger roll shot, no good. Walker grabs the board, loses it from behind, but last touch by Wabash out of bounds. It'll go back to the Zebras. 3:23 to play in the third. Three-quarter court press again by the Apaches. Zebras by 11. Abbott gives to Utter on the near side. Over the top to Reinhold. Back to Abbott, now to Reinhold. Crosses the timeline to Utter on the near wing. Back to Abbott. Bryce, a couple of dribbles, now to Reinhold. Make that to Utter right in front of the Rochester bench. Gives to a cutting Perez. Brady. Jumper from 10 feet is good, and he's now got that left leg.
Yeah, I saw he's got it wrapped with a knee pad, knee brace.
Brady Perez puts the first field goal of the half in for the Zebras at 39-26. Under 3 to play in the third quarter. Vandervelden, Logan in the corner to Daughtry. Daughtry dribbles to the wing, now to Vandervelden, right side of Vogel. Rochester in the 2-3 zone. No look pass to Daughtry. Turnaround 15-footers off the mark. No good. Brady Perez another board. Outlets to Reinhold. Jordan lobs it ahead to Utter. Back to Reinhold between the rings to Perez. Make that to Abbott. Backdoor to Brady. Rise up over Vandervelden. Shot no good. Walker rebound. Put back no good, but a foul coming on Vandervelden. Tyler Walker will go to the line to shoot 2.
And Eli Vandervelden will pick up his first, team third.
Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 2:25 to play in the third quarter. Rochester up 39-26. And Tyler Walker at the line for the Zebras for 2. Tyler, second trip to the line, I believe, tonight.
Yeah.
Second or first one is good. Front of the rim, backboard and in. Vinipal back in for the Apaches and Vogel to sit. One more coming for Tyler Walker. Again, the JV game tonight went to Wabash over Rochester, 62-56. Eli Yarber had 15. Isaiah Jackson with 10. Second one is good for Walker. Nothing but net. And it's 41-26. 2:20 to play in the third quarter. Wabash with the basketball. They'll work against a 2-3 zone. Vandervelden, Logan. Outside of Daughtry. Daughtry behind his back dribble in the right wing. Down low to Vandervelden. His jumper in the lane is good. Vandervelden got inside. It got between the 2 and the 3 in the zone and put it in for 2. Cross court pass to Utter. Back to Reinhold, high on the left side. Jordan now sets up shop, gives to Reinhold on the right wing. Make that to Utter on the right wing. Back to Reinhold left side. Jordan directs traffic, brings near side to Utter. Austin at the free throw line to Perez. Down low to Walker. Tyler with the basketball. Out to Perez at the free throw line. Brady, jump stop, rises up 10 feet off the glass and in.
Perez now with 10 after starting the game with a quick 6 points.
100 seconds to play, third quarter. It's 43-28 Rochester. Daughtry drives the paint, dumps down low. Turnaround jumper off the glass is good for Vinipal.
His first bucket of the game.
And it cuts the Rochester lead to 13. A minute 25 to play in the third. Reinhold, Jordan across the timeline to Utter. Austin, a couple of dribbles to his right, gives to Brady Perez. He rises up, shot short, and the rebound to Vinipal. He rips and runs. Now out to Doherty. Doherty has it knocked away from behind and tipped out of bounds by Utter. It'll stay with Wabash baseline left. Vinipal back into the game for the Wabash Apaches, and Daughtry to sit. Yeah. Jerry Plummer will come back in, and he'll replace Brady Perez with a minute 10 to play in the third quarter. Rochester up 43-30. Logan Vinipal, baseline left, will look to get it in. Lob pass to Eli Vandervelden. Now to Mattern, backs it out to Vogel. Inside to Mattern, a wraparound pass to Vogel, right wing. Vogel has the ball tipped away, stolen by Walker, ahead to Abbott. Hands off to Reinhold. Jordan, lean on the way is good. 50 seconds. Rochester back to 15. I think maybe Jordan got away with the travel.
Yeah, maybe.
Vogel left wing, Rochester in the 2-3 zone. High on the right side of Mattern. Thought about a three, passes up, gives to Vogel. He drives around the defense, cut off out there. Now to Vandervelden, back to Vogel left wing. Vogel down low to Eli Vandervelden. His upper is easy off the glass and in. The mismatch down low as Bryce Abbott had the 6'7", Eli Vandervelden with 22. Reinhold, near side to Utter. Austin with the basketball with 19. Now to Abbott with 17, gives to Reinhold in the center circle with 15. Jordan holds with the ball in his hip with 13.
Well, Rochester going to survive this third quarter and still maintain a double-digit lead.
Hands off to Utter with 6. Utter outside to Reinhold with 4. Jordan, 3, right wing is short. The rebound to Wabash, and that'll do it for the third quarter. After 3, Rochester leads 45-32. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Slow download, constant buffering, Wi-Fi dead zone? Let RTC help. The customer support team at RTC Communications is here to help you with your internet connectivity.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, one of the support team members here at RTC. For a small fee, RTC offers a Wi-Fi health check where we will evaluate your in-home Wi-Fi network and assist you with common issues. See what RTC can do for you. Give us a call today.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
Lead there at halftime, lead by 13 now. So obviously outscored by 10 points there in that third quarter. It was looking like it could be a much worse than that, but Rochester recovered there in about the last 4 minutes of the quarter to keep it from being
Jerry and Gary
ball game.
Plummer in, Utter, Reinhold, and Abbott to start this fourth quarter for the Rochester Zebras. They start on defense in the 2-3 zone. Vandervelden, Vinipal down low to Eli Vandervelden. Shot no good, gets an old rebound. The shot no good again, but he was fouled on the play by Plummer, I believe, and that's going to send Eli Vandervelden on the line to shoot 2 for the Apaches.
And Gary Plummer picks up his third, team fifth.
At the line, shooting 2, 34, Vanderbilt.
You got to wonder how many calories Coach Malco burns in a game. First free throw, no good. He is
up and down the
almost
sideline,
sprinting up and down in front of his bench. I'd be worn out and would need the next day off. Second one for Vandervelden. Good this time as it rattles in. 12-point lead for the Zebras with 15 seconds gone in the fourth quarter. Here comes the three-quarter court press. Rochester breaks it to Abbott. Outside to Reinhold. Now to Utter. Austin with the basketball between the rings. Left side to Reinhold. against Daltrey. Takes it to the free throw line. Cut off by the defense. Now to Utter. Back to Reinhold on the left wing. Jordan holds against the man-to-man defense. Backs it out to the volleyball line and gives to Plummer. Jerry, that is. To Utter. Bounce pass to Reinhold. Jordan in the paint. Too hard. Rebound to Vandervelden. Now to Daltrey. Wabash runs down by 12 to Vogel. Vogel pull up 15-footer is short. Utter with the rebound. Now to Reinhold. Jordan brings it up. Gives to Utter. Wabash sets up a press off the miss.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
It's quick.
Rochester just does get it across before the 10-second count. Reinhold, top of the key. Works against Vogel. Outside to Utter against Vandervelden. Takes him left hard at the free throw line. Stripped away from behind. Picked up by Vogel. Vogel pushes for Wabash. Middle of the floor. Kicks it out to Daltrey. His three on the way is stripped away on his shot. Picked up by Plummer. Now to Reinhold. Jordan gives to Abbott. Abbott's floater in the paint off the glass and good. Rochester back to a 14-point lead at 47-33.
Good effort by Plummer to block the shot and Reinhold to get it up to Abbott for the bucket.
Vogel for three is good. And now timeout Wabash. It'll be a 30. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we know that buying your first home can be an overwhelming process.
The mortgage experts at First Federal Savings Bank will work with you from application to closing.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we pay standard closing costs for our first-time home buyers.
We offer free pre-approvals and local loan servicing throughout the life of your loan.
Stop in and talk with one of our mortgage lenders and take the worry out of buying your first home.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
.6:15 to play in the game. Rochester leads 47-36. A big three-pointer moments ago by Vogel for Wabash cuts this lead to 11. Rochester and Wabash with each with 3 timeouts. The Zebras with the possession arrow. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman, and here comes the three-quarter court press again for Wabash. No look pass to Utter. Back to Reinhold. Jordan across the timeline left. Jump pass to Brady Perez, and he has his pass tipped away, but right there's Reinhold to pick it up. Now to Abbott. To Reinhold behind the arc and left wing. Down low to Jerry Plummer. His jumper no good, but a foul coming on Vandervelden, and Jerry Plummer will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Zebras.
So the foul is on Eli Vandervelden, his first, team fourth.
So Jerry Plummer at the line to shoot 2 for the Zebras, who lead by 11 with 5:57 to play in the game. The junior fires the first one. Nothing but net. He'll have one more. Hey, don't forget, Tuesday night, the Rochester Zebras on the road. They'll play Triton at Plymouth. That's a 6:30 JV tip at Plymouth High School on Tuesday night. One more coming for Plummer, looking to push this lead back to 13 with a fuzz under 6 minutes to play in this contest. Plummer ready. Jerry fires the second one. Good again. Wabash pushes. Vogel to Daltrey. Daltrey, baseline, jump pass outside to Vandervelden. Now to Matron. To Vogel, his three no good. Vandervelden, the put back on the way is no good. Vandervelden's put back off the glass is no good, but a foul coming on the Zebras. And we've got to put a butt on somebody and get them out of there.
So Jerry Plummer going to pick up his first, team 6th. So Logan Vandervelden will go to the free throw line.
There's not enough time in a half a second span to say Logan Vandervelden and Eli
Vandervelden. Yeah.
Thank you.
Logan hits the first one.
5:40 to play in the basketball game. Rochester by 12. One more coming for Logan Vandervelden. Second one on the way is no good. And Perez gets a rebound as Vandervelden climbs his back. And on the possession arrow, Rochester going to get it. That's what every coach is saying. What are we doing? That was over the back, and why wasn't that called? Now we've lost a possession arrow. Three-quarter court press again. Utter gets it across to Reinhold. Back to Utter on the right wing. Austin drives it to the baseline. Outside to Perez. Thought about a three. Passes it up now to Jerry Plummer. Jerry drives it to the right side. Now to Reinhold. Jordan works against Mattern. Takes him to the left elbow, outside to Utter. Austin jump stop in the lane, outside to Reinhold. His teardrop shot in the lane's no good. Rebound tipped around, and Brady Perez is going to climb the back of Wabash. He's going to be called for a foul.
It's Perez's second, team seventh, so it's going to send Wabash to the other end to shoot one in a bonus.
5:13 to play in the game. Rochester by 12. And Daughtry, who's basically automatic at the free throw line, will go there for Wabash for two. I'm sorry, one in the bonus.
He's 5 of 6 from the line. He's got 11 points in the ball game.
5:13 to play in the game. The sophomore, Daughtry, at the line for one in the bonus, and he misses the first one. Jordan Reinhold rips the board, and Wabash sets up the press. And Jordan chucks it out of bounds. I'm not sure exactly what he was passing it to. There wasn't anybody within 10 feet where that ball landed, 20 feet maybe. And now Coach Malco will use a timeout. It'll be a 60. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI, RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
Rochester with 2 timeouts, Wabash with 3 in the possession arrow. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Hey, don't forget our next broadcast will be next Friday night as we go to the Tiger Den to battle the Peru Tigers in conference play. Daughtry high on the right side. His entry pass is tipped around and stolen by Reinhold. Jordan pushes ahead to Perez. Brady back to Reinhold high on the left side. Now middle of the floor to Utter between the rings of the volleyball line to a cutting Abbott. His baby hook jumper in the paint is no good. Rebound to Vandervelden. Vandervelden splits the double team to Mattern. Mattern pushes for Wabash. Mattern in the paint. Gets away with the carry and a travel. Out to Vogel for 3. It's good. And now the Rochester lead down to 9.
Vogel hits his second 3 of the ball of the quarter.
First time it's been under double digits since midway through the first quarter.
Right.
Reinhold breaks the press. Outside to Utter on the right wing. Now to Reinhold. 3 straight away for the Zebras is no good. And the ball is going to be tipped out of bounds by Rochester.
Ooh.
It'll go back to the Apaches.
Well, like I said, Rochester shot over 62% in that first half. And we could probably just flip-flop that for the second half. Probably about closer to 26% here in the second half.
Wabash quickly up the floor. Vandervelden to Vogel. High on the right side to Doherty. Now to Matter. Back to Doherty. Jump stop in the paint. Leaner on the way is good. And now Rochester's lead down to 7 at 4 to play in the game.
Wabash has been in attack mode the entire second half. Rochester kind of playing on their heels, just trying to maintain the lead.
The entry pass is tipped away by Wabash. Daughtry has it. Cross lane pass to Vogel. Blocked away and stolen by Reinhold. Jordan to the basketball. Dribbles away from the defense. And now Coach Malco will use another timeout to give him 1 left at the 60. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we know that buying your first home can be an overwhelming process.
The mortgage experts at First Federal Savings Bank will work with you from application to closing.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we pay standard closing costs for our first-time home buyers.
We offer free pre-approvals and local loan servicing throughout the life of your loan.
Stop in and talk with one of our mortgage lenders and take the worry out of buying your first home.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
49-42 here at Rochester High School. And after their timeout, they've got the basketball going to our right.
And here comes Wabash, 3 of them up to attack the basketball.
Half-court trap, yep. Reinhold across the court to Abbott. Drives it right, cut off on the baseline, and Wabash slows it out, knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Zebras. You have some scores?
Yeah, Southwood over McConaughey, 60-35. And that's late in the fourth quarter.
They stopped scoring, McConaughey, apparently.
Apparently, yeah.
Abbott,
well,
left side.
Southwood could put up a ton of points in a heartbeat.
Oh, you're not kidding. We saw that, didn't we, a week or so ago. Yeah. Abbott, bounce pass to Reinhold on the near side. Over the top to Abbott. Price with the basketball. We're down to 3:05 to play in the basketball game to Utter. Now to Reinhold. Rochester leads by 7. Rochester with 1 timeout. Wabash with 3 in the possession arrow.
Val just told me that Trexler reached the 1,000-point mark for Southwood to join Carson Blair. So that's 2 of their players as 1,000-point scorers, and they're probably going to have a third one before the season's over.
You're right. They will. Reinhold gives to Perez. Brady drives. Layup is good. And now the Zebras are back to 9 with 2:40 to play in the game. Daughtry against the 2-3 zone. His jumper on the way is no good. And the rebound tipped away. Utter has it. Now to Reinhold. 2.5 to play in the game. Rochester by 9. Abbott across the timeline. High on the left side gives to Perez. Brady at the free throw line. Drives. Goes to the basket. Jumper no good. And the rebound to Wabash and Vogel. Vogel passes ahead to Mattern with 2:15. Mattern's teardrop shot off the glass, no good. Rebound tipped around. Wabash comes out of there, and Vogel has it. Vogel drives, kicks out to Vandervelden. His jumper no good, but air ball, and the rebound to Utter. And it's going to have a reach-in foul by Logan Vandervelden. And Wabash not yet committing enough fouls to send Rochester to the line.
That's just a team 5th. That's the 4th foul on Logan Vandervelden.
Rochester by 9 with 2:07 to play in the game. 3-quarter court press coming for Wabash. They've been in that all the second half and most of the second quarter.
And it's helped.
It has worked.
Rochester's
You're right.
Thrown the ball away quite a bit.
Utter's then fouled hard by Vogel, and after the next foul, will shoot.
Vogel picks up his 3rd.
1:58 to play in the game. Zebras by 9 at 51-42. It'll be Rochester basketball right in front of the Rochester bench going to our right. Utter will look to get it in. Does so to Abbott. Abbott against a double team, and he is going to be fouled immediately by Mattern. And Bryce Abbott will go to the line to shoot 1 in the bonus with 1:57 to play in the game.
Mattern picks up his 1st.
At the line, shooting 1 and the bonus for the Zebras, number 30, Abbott.
Abbott with 6 points in the game, his 1st trip to the free throw line.
Bryce Abbott at the line for 1 in the bonus for the Zebras, who lead by 9. If he makes this freebie, Gary Plummer will come back for the Zebras. Abbott's free throw is good, nothing but net. He'll have 1 more. So Plummer back in, and Jerry will come out. Vinapal in, and wow, really, Vandervelden will come out. He's been all sorts clogging up the middle, has Eli Vandervelden.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be out long.
I wouldn't think. Abbott with 1 more, looking to push this lead back to 11 with 1:57 to play in the game. The sophomore eyes the second one, lets her fly too hard off the back of the rim, and in.
Wow.
Off the back of the rim, off the side of the rim, and in. And it's 53-42, 1:50 to play. Daugherty, teardrop shot in the lane, no good. Ball being tipped around, Abbott steals it. And gives to Reinhold. Jordan across the timeline with 1:40 to play in the game.
Now it's time to play keep away.
And he is fouled by Vinapal, and that's going to send Reinhold to the line just for 1 in the bonus with 100 seconds to play in the game. Rochester by 11.
Teammate at the line.
Reinhold, 1st trip to the free throw line. He's got 11 in the game.
Rochester with 1 timeout. Wabash with 3 and the possession arrow. Rochester's Jordan Reinhold to the line for 1 in the bonus for Rochester with 100 seconds to play in the game, up by 11. The senior fires the first one, and it's good, nothing but net. 1 more coming for Reinhold, who has 12 points tonight on the evening. Jordan steps to the free throw line. One dribble. Eyes the second free throw. Lets her fly. Back of the rim, no good. Ball being tipped around. Wabash comes out of there with it. Daughtry runs. Rochester by 12. Vogel, top of the key to Mattern. Right side, Daughtry with 90 seconds. Leaner on the way over Plummer is no good. Brady Perez, another big rebound. And has his pass kicked away by Daughtry with 1:25 to play in the game. Rochester by 12. Abbott looks to get it in against the full court press. Abbott to Reinhold. Jordan brings it up the floor ahead to Brady Perez. Brady Perez hands off to Abbott, and he is fouled by the Wabash Apaches with 1:20 to play in the game. And it's going to send Bryce Abbott to the line to shoot one of the bonus for the Zebras with 1:20 to play in the basketball game. Rochester by 12.
Mattern picks up his second.
His second, team 9. At the line, shooting one, and the bonus, 30, Abbott.
Abbott with 8 in the basketball game. Just sank 2 free throws here just not too long ago.
So the sophomore will have 2 more for the Rochester Zebras. I'm sorry, 1 of the bonus here, I guess. Wishful thinking or optimistic thinking anyway.
There you go, optimistic.
Okay. Abbott's free throw. Yep. I knew it all along. 1 more coming for the sophomore. First free throw pushes the lead to 13 with 1:20 to play in the game. Abbott will have 1 more.
Free throw shooting much better for Rochester.
Oh, what are you doing?
I know.
Oh, Brad.
Yeah, we're up 13.
KO. Second one's good again.
See?
56-42, 1:20 to play. Vogel quickly up the floor. Picks his way through the defense. Jump pass in the corner to Mattern. He'll fire a 3 from the baseline. Good. Timeout, Wabash.
3-point basket, 23.
It will be a 60. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner, and Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
Tomorrow.
1:11 to play in the game. Rochester up 56-45. Just moments ago, Mattern hit a big 3-pointer to cut the lead to 11. The Zebras have it underneath the Wabash basket against the full court press. Bounce pass into Abbott, and he is fouled immediately by Mattern.
Mattern picks up his third. And Abbott, once again, back to the free throw line. This time to shoot 2.
That took all of 2 seconds. Abbott at the line for 2 for the Zebras. Rochester up by 11 with 1:09 to play in the game. Rochester has 1 timeout, Wabash with 2.
Abbott with 10 points in the ball game. He's got 6 here in this fourth quarter.
Eli Vandervelden will come back in for the Wabash Apaches after the first free throw. Abbott ready. Sophomore looks at the first one. Lets her go, and it is good. As he tried some body English and body language to get that one over. As hit the front of the rim, hit the side of the rim, hit the backboard, and rolls in. Vinnipal out. Eli Vandervelden back in. Rochester leads by 12 with 1:09 to play in the game. Abbott with 1 more for the Zebras. Second one. Nothing but net. 58-45. Vandervelden picks up the inbounds pass and crosses the timeline. Goes to the left elbow, cut off by Reinhold. 1:05. Vogel, Mattern with a minute. Kicks it out to Mattern for three. Short. Bryce Abbott with the rebound. And then throws it away. Eli Vandervelde, and his layup is good. 50 seconds. Utter gets the inbounds pass with 45, and he's going to be fouled by Daughtry. 46 seconds to play in the game. Rochester up 58-47. And Austin Utter will walk to the other end of the floor to shoot two freebies.
Daughtry picks up his second. Utter with 8 in the basketball game. These could be his first points of the second half.
So Utter at the line to shoot two for the Zebras. Rochester by 11. First one for the senior is nothing but net.
I'd tell you what Rochester's free throw shooting is here in the fourth quarter, but you don't want to know.
I do not want to know that right now, no.
It's very, very good.
46 seconds to play in the game. Rochester by 12. Utter with one more. Second one for the senior. Good again.
They're not perfect, but it's really close.
45 seconds. Vandervelden outside of Mattern with 40. Mattern teardrop shot left side of the paint is no good. The putback by Wabash, no good. Rochester's rebound to Reinhold, and he is going to be fouled on the reach in, and Jordan will walk to the other end to shoot two. Yep. Rochester by 13.
Logan Vandervelder picks up his fifth, and he'll be done.
36.6 to play in the game. Rochester up 60-47, and Jordan Reinhold will go to the line to shoot two for the Zebras. Venipal back in for the Apaches, and he'll replace Logan Vandervelden, who just fell out. So Jordan Reinhold at the line to shoot two for the Zebras. Looking to push this lead back to 15.
So Southwood did defeat Mechaniquah 68-41.
Wow. Jordan's free throw, in and out, no good. Senior will have one more. Our next broadcast will be next Friday night as Rochester travels to Peru to battle the Peru Tigers. 6:15 JV tip, 7:45 varsity tip. You can hear the pregame show at 7:30 on WROI. Second one for Jordan is in and out, no good again. 35 seconds. Vogel, three over Reinhold, top of the key is short. Rebound to Utter, lost to Doherty. His putback is good. Timeout Wabash. 26.9 to play in the game. Rochester's lead is 11 at 60-49, and Wabash will take a 60-second timeout. We'll take a 30. You're listening to Zebra Basketball on 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there. Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Right. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester. Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Game. They couldn't make a free throw to save their life against Tippecanoe Valley a week ago, and they've shot very, very well tonight.
Reinhold will look to trigger it in. He'll try to get it in around Vandervelden. Utter gets the inbounds pass from Reinhold, and he is fouled immediately by Wabash. So Austin will walk to the other end to shoot two with 25.2 to play.
Doherty going to pick up his third. And Utter going to go back to the free throw line. He just knocked down two not too long ago.
Austin at the line to shoot two. Peru defeated Manchester in a nail-biter, 60-59.
Oh. Austin, the fourth Zebra in double digits tonight.
He nails the first free throw to push the lead back to 12 with 25.2 to play in the game. Austin will have one more for the Zebras. Second one on the way for the senior. Good again. Nothing but net. 62-49, 20 seconds. Daughtry for three left wing. Good and a foul.
Holt picks up his third.
And Daughtry will go to the line to shoot one to try to complete the 4-point play and cut this lead to 9 with 20 seconds to play in the game. Daughtry at the line for one. Free throw for the sophomore is good.
19 for Daughtry.
62-53. And then Austin Hunter inbounds it. Daughtry bangs it off the leg of Reinhold out of bounds. It'll go back to Wabash with 19 seconds to play. The Zebras by 9 at 62-53. Both teams with one timeout. Vogel will look to get it in. Does to Mattern. Mattern, his jumper on the way is no good. Rebound tipped around. Reinhold has it. Jordan dribbles away from the defense with 10. Ahead to Perez. Back to Reinhold with 8. And we're going to back it out with 6, and that's going to do it. The Zebras are going to hold on here at home and defeat Wabash 62-53. Actually, it's going to be, it's not over because Reinhold threw it out of bounds with .7 to play in the game.
He flipped the ball to the referee, standing out of bounds before the clock ran out.
So Wabash will have it. Daughtry, half quarter at the buzzer. No good. Now the final, 62-53. Postgame show next, 92.1 WROI.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.